What defenses exist against fraudulent transfer claims? Have you ever wondered what happens when someone transfers assets right before filing for bankruptcy? This can lead to claims of fraudulent transfer, which can complicate the bankruptcy process. Let's break down the defenses that exist against these claims. Fraudulent transfer claims are actions taken by a trustee or creditors to reverse transactions that unfairly deprive them of assets. These claims can be based on actual fraud or constructive fraud. Actual fraud occurs when a debtor intentionally transfers assets to hinder or defraud creditors. Constructive fraud happens when a debtor transfers assets for less than reasonably equivalent value, leading to insolvency. One common defense is disputing the elements of fraudulent transfer claims. This means challenging whether the required elements to prove a fraudulent transfer have been met. For instance, you can argue whether there were indicators of actual fraud or if the debtor received less than reasonably equivalent value for the assets transferred. Another defense is the good faith defense. According to Section 548(c) of the Bankruptcy Code, if a transferee received property in good faith and for value, they may assert this defense. To establish good faith, the transferee must show an honest belief in the propriety of the transaction. They must also demonstrate that they did not intend to take advantage of others and had no knowledge that the transaction would hinder or defraud creditors. There is also a safe harbor provision under Section 546(e) of the Bankruptcy Code. This provision protects certain financial transactions from being considered fraudulent transfers. It is particularly relevant for transactions involving securities, commodities, or other financial instruments. Understanding these defenses is essential for both debtors and creditors when preparing for bankruptcy. Debtors may need to defend against claims of fraudulent transfers, while creditors may seek to avoid such transfers to recover assets. The good faith defense can be especially important for transferees who received assets without knowledge of any intent to defraud. In the bankruptcy process, fraudulent transfer claims are often pursued by a trustee or debtor in possession to recover assets for distribution to creditors. Knowing how to defend against these claims can significantly impact the outcome of bankruptcy proceedings. Therefore, it is vital for all parties involved in bankruptcy to be aware of these defenses and how they might apply to their specific situations.